Okay, okay, okay. Oh, shit. It's a little bit louder than I want it to be, or a little bit higher than I want it to be. How's everybody doing today? Whoa, what a day. So far, so far. How's everybody doing today? How's everybody doing today? Oh, happy April Fool's Day. I almost just spilled my water right there. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Passing your house. I won't be able to answer that, Alex. So I apologize about that. But that's cool that you're outside. But once I get going, I can't stop. So um that's cool though that you're outside. I hope you are having fun out there, man. Um how's everybody's day going so far? I've been pranked twice today. Well, fooled. At first I thought Dead by Daylight was getting a new character from FNAF, and that wasn't true. And then I thought Scooby Doo 3 was going to come out, announcement, and I was like, I forget it's fucking April Fool's Day. It's one of the days I don't care about personally. I'm not a big fan of this day. I'm always forgetting that it's actually a day. It's actually a thing, oddly enough. I'm here. I signed on my lease in new apartment Monday. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Philip? How that's I keep asking how you guys are doing, but I'm literally I won't be on for horribly long today, but I did want to come on here again Friday night. Everybody, I try to go live every Friday. April Fool's Day is annoying. I'm not a fan of it. It's kind of like that one holiday that's just like it's kind of like Pluto. You know what I mean? It's like yeah, nah. I've been on my own, so no one's pranked me. I've been pranked on social media. That's where I've seen these posts. I've been just pranked on social media nonstop, and it's just I keep forgetting today's April Fool's Day, and I hate that. It's a gut punch because I'm like some of those things I really wish were happening, but I know they're not happening. And also, guys, we are going to be talking about the possibilities of a possible future podcast. If you guys are interested in this channel doing a podcast, not everybody's interested in this channel doing a podcast. I understand. So, what do you think about season 1 of Sam and Colby? Kalias asks me. I think it's going good. I think it's going good. I think it's a strong season 1. Still, the episode that I think was the best episode was the first episode. But however, I'm still enjoying the series so far. Some things are annoying to me, but other than that, I think it's a really good, fun for little series. A lot of the critiques I have with Sam and Colby are absolutely in the series, but that's just Sam and Colby's style. So I'm not really going to go too far into what I think of it like on those levels, but overall, it's a fun time. It's a fun time. I like the podcast idea. I would tune in. Well, that is cool. I mean, we would be definitely talking about more of movie news, movie discussion, like when we're going to get the next Friday the 13th and stuff along those lines, where Friday night is literally a time for us to just chat. That's why I view Fright Night as. But a podcast idea would be hopefully me, Michael, and my good friend Lane, and if not just Lane, his wife Samantha. I'm hoping that would actually happen at some point, and the possibilities of changes coming in the future too. So that's kind of exciting. Have you actually seen April Fool's Day? I haven't seen the movie April Fool's Day. I've heard of April Fool's Day. It's what I'm kind of wanting to check out. I think it's on Shudder actually. I'm at the gym. I'll be working out. Catch you on the flip side. Well, that's awesome, Shane. I really would love to get to the gym myself. I want to get a gym membership. I've been really talking about it a lot lately. Because when you do YouTube, it's very easy to kind of get lazy because you're just sitting there and editing all the time and filming, and it's very easy to get lazy. So you always want to try to stay active and stuff. And I'm doing as much as I can to stay as active as I can. Best April Fool's joke from Batman the Animated Series. Alfred, you'll be happy to know I've drawn your bath. Master Wayne, hey, what gives, Alfred? I said I drew you a bath, sir. I remember that. I remember that episode. I finally got around to watching the movie and show What We Do in the Shadows. Cannot recommend them enough. Hilarious. I have seen What We Do in the Shadows. I've seen the movie, not the show. The movie is fucking amazing. I love that movie. I've seen it at least 3 times so far, and I love it. I love it. I prefer those. And I'm also going to be continuing Twilight here soon too. That's exciting. That's exciting, isn't it? Um, but yeah, the podcast idea will happen if you guys are willing if you guys are really wanting it to happen, it's not something I'm going to just, because I do have a lot on my plate, but a podcast I think would be a fun way to discuss movie news, because we don't really discuss too much movie news on Friday nights. We normally just discuss life, movies that we like, and that's about it. But this we could actually do a lot of I feel more comfortable with discussing about the Oscar situation. Like if I had a podcast, stuff along those lines that are related to movie news and nothing more. Like I found out today that Jim Carrey is possibly going to retire. That is a legitimate thing, he said. I love What We Do in the Shadows. It's a phenomenal property, man. It's so much fun to watch and hilarious. It's a vampire comedy done right, in my opinion. It's cold and I have to walk like a mile to my dad's. That sucks. I am sorry to hear that. I am really sorry to hear that, Alex. Don't you ride a bike? Jim Carrey has hated Hollywood for years. He has, and for good reasons, too. For good reasons. I think the whole Will Smith incident really just elevated that, because it kind of just proves his point about Hollywood letting people get away with shit like that. It's not a good look on Hollywood at all. I'm sick of the Oscar slap. I'm getting there too, man. I'm getting there too. Basically, I just want consequences to be taken. I want him to be in somewhat of trouble instead of just, let him walk away with it. That's basically my point of view on it. I just, if you break a law, if you break a rule, then you should be paying the consequences for it. That's pretty much where I'm at on that discussion. Wonder if we would still come back for Robotnik in Sonic 3, or will they recast? That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. That's a good question, Casey Mack. That's a good question. I think he would come back as Robotnik. I don't think when he says retired, I think he meant just. I mean, he was very specific on saying more than likely, probably. I don't think he's considered on actually quitting acting for 100% quitting acting. Even he said, like, if there's a script that he really likes, and he's going to come back and do it. I mean, he might come back farther down the road, but he's taking a break is what he really came out and said. But retirement obviously isn't that discussion, though, if you're going to try to take a break on acting. I mean, he's up there in age. So... me too. But hopefully, we'll see about that one. I think if Sonic 2 does well enough, he says he's been enjoying the hell out of playing Robotnik, so I just don't see him giving up that character. I mean, that probably is, and might be an exception for him. I don't know. But, he's doing a great job, and he's having fun doing it, so who knows what he's thinking right now. Hard to top Jim Carrey Robotnik if they do recast him. It's not going to be easy. I mean, you can do it probably, but he's having so much fun as Robotnik, and it kind of makes you have fun with him. Hey, Peachy, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining. Glad you could make it. Happy April Fool's Day, by the way. Really glad to have, it was a coincidence that it was, of course, on a Friday, right? A coincidence. I too need to get back into shape. I've tried to keep up with the routines at home, but recently I think I pulled something in my back. Yeah, you want to be careful with doing that. Back injuries are no joke. Too much quickly, so I've been slow catching up. I remember when I was working at Amazon back in the day, logistics, I was lifting a box, and I kind of turned my back in a specific way, and it literally pulled something in my back or really fucked up something. And I remember, like, every time I took, like, 5 steps, like, an electric shock would go up my body and make me stop no matter what. I remember I was walking down an aisle, and I remember it did that. It caused me to stop in mid-walk, and I looked to my right, and there was a forklift, like, coming straight at me. And they honked their horn and everything, and I kind of had to, like, push myself to move myself before I got hit because he was coming at such a good pace. And really, yeah, do not take those lightly. I would never say take an injury lightly, especially something with the back that can affect walking or anything along those lines. Never take it too lightly. I doubt he'd break any contract, but he probably won't be signing any new ones. I could see that. Yeah, he probably won't be breaking the contract. I'm sure he'd finish up the character with how many movies they're going to be doing. But and the Sonic movies are a film franchise that could go on for a while because there's a lot of lore and characters in that world. So, I mean, you could always, defeat Robotnik in a movie and move on with a different villain, because I'm pretty sure there are different villains in the Sonic universe, so it's not like Jim Carrey has to be in every single one of them and keep those movies going. Now, he is a great part of why I enjoyed that first film, but he's obviously not the only thing that was special about that movie, so He does a phenomenal job as Robotnik, but if they do replace him or they do recast him, I'm hoping they don't recast him. I'm hoping they just finish off his character in some way, maybe sending him to another dimension where he can't come back. That would be fine. But I think it'd be better too, because there are other characters you can bring in and introduce. I mean, Shadow the Hedgehog could be a villain. I mean, there's a lot of those characters that you can bring in. Robotnik's not the only guy. I'm not doing great, but dealing with lots of paranormal stuff lately. How are you? I'm meaning to read your messages, by the way. I haven't got the chance to read them yet. I will be reading your messages soon. And I'm sorry to hear that paranormal stuff is never easy to go through. I've gone through some paranormal stuff back in the past, and it's not fun. It can be very terrifying. Um, Even though Carrie had his comedic moments, I think one of his best performances was him in The Truman Show. I have seen The Truman Show. And The Truman Show, I mean, the guy was hilarious in it. He was very serious. He can even pull off a very heartbreaking moment. I mean, he is a phenomenal actor, and he is going to be sorely missed, for sure. And I don't blame him for retiring. I don't. He even said, like, he's had enough. He's done enough, and he is enough. So I mean, if he's confident in what he's done in his life and he has reached every goal that he wants to reach when it comes to his acting career, then by all means retire from acting. Retire. No reason to keep going in your 70s and 80s when you can retire early as at 60. I mean, hell. I know he's been doing a lot of paintings and stuff and a lot of spiritual stuff. So I mean, if he's enjoying that stuff in his free time, then by all means, dude, you've done enough for society. I'll tell you that. We pranked my teacher. We had her go out of the classroom and we flipped all the desks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the movies haven't been introduced. Chris Chan and Sony. Yeah, see, you know what I mean? They have a lot of characters they can use. It's all good. I'm sorry, by the way, to Henry Cavill, Superman fans for the news of Warner Brothers and him being done. Oh, did he actually come out and say that he was done with being the character of Superman? I loved Man of Steel. I'm gonna be blunt. As blunt as I can be, I loved Man of Steel, and he was a great Superman. I'm not a big Superman fan, but I really loved that movie. And it's been a long time since I've seen Batman v Superman. I didn't really care for it at the time too much. I seen that. I seen parts of Justice League. Never seen the full movie. I haven't seen Zack Snyder's Justice League, but I did really enjoy him in Man of Steel quite a bit. I'm not like heartbroken about the news myself personally. You just bringing that up, just this is my first time hearing it. I'm not heartbroken at the news. I think the DC Cinematic Universe though has its definite gems in there. I think was completely rushed. I think if they had taken the time like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they really could have done something special with the DC Cinematic Universe, but they kind of rushed everything, and which is unfortunate because I've been wanting a perfect DC Cinematic Universe. It's just from how everything was rushed, it doesn't feel like it's been a very well placed universe like the Marvel universe, which had like several films. Even now, like Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man from like 2001 or 2003, is now part of that canon. So it's crazy. It's just crazy. They've had plenty of years to build up that universe. Another actor that is retiring is Bruce Willis. That's right, Bruce Willis. Yep, but his reasons are more medical and health wise, and that is very much understandable. That's almost not his choice at that point. That is just doing what's right for your own health, and I understand 100%. It's unfortunate, but he's also an actor who's done a lot for society. So he by all means, I mean, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to retire. It's not. I'm hoping he doesn't feel regret or guilt because he has to retire. I genuinely mean that he's had such a career. It's okay to retire. Because I know he wanted to do way more stuff, so I heard about that. Sad about Bruce Willis, yeah, yeah. Or should I stay stepping down from acting? Yeah, pretty much. Explains why he's done all those bad straight to streaming movies. Greetings and love from Germany again, from a snowy Germany. No April Fools. Okay, first is gone. Anyway, stay safe. Thank you so much for jumping on in, Stefan. I really appreciate that, man. Greetings from America. Greetings. I unfortunately have not been that big of a fan of Cavill's Superman in comparison to Christopher Reeves. Most people have been trying to push Cavill as be all end all, while Reeves, quote, boring as fuck. I have not actually started watching it, but because my issues with my computer back then started messing up, I could not finish the movie, so I really wanted to go back and finish that movie, but I have not done it yet. Yeah, I mean, look, I've heard boring things about Christopher Reeve's Superman. I'm not going to judge a movie because I haven't seen it, because I don't like to do that. I don't like to judge films that I have not seen. So I am looking forward to watching Christopher Reeve's Superman at some point, hopefully sooner than later, really. I liked Man of Steel too. Justice League was pretty bad though. I didn't really care for the big superhero gathering movies. I didn't even care about the first Suicide Squad movie. There's some moments in there I really did enjoy, but overall that movie was just very meh. It's kind of dumb. Didn't really care for Jared Leto as the Joker. I'm not a big Jared Leto fan. I think he was phenomenal in Dallas Buyers Club. I think he was phenomenal in American Psycho, but other than that, I have not been a giant Jared Leto fan personally. I do understand the fandom though. I really do. My ex worked at a grocery store in Utah where Bruce and Demi had a home. She said they were two, if not the nicest people she's ever met. Oh, no doubt. There's a lot of great people who are actors out there, very humble people who really do know where they got, they know where they used to be in life. So like they're very humble people. They're very nice people. Not everybody in Hollywood is a piece of shit. You'll know when you see a piece of shit though in Hollywood. Jared Leto's Joker was yikes. Yeah, he was definitely not my favorite portrayal of the character. To be honest with you and be frankly blunt with you, the little bit of the actor who played him in the Batman movie that we just got, the little bit of the deleted scene we saw, he was actually a more convincing and scarier Joker than Jared Leto's Joker. I'm not a fan of that pimp side of Joker. I don't understand why he had to be dressed like a pimp or anything like that. It's just I don't care for that really too much at all. I thought Man of Steel was just okay, as they do get down portrayal of super speed and strength of Superman and the consequences and casualties of uncontrolled use of speed and strength. I did like that part of it. People were like saying, Superman was so destructive. He's trying, he's killing all these people. That was a big criticism for the movie for a long time. But I'm gonna tell you what: if you have two godlike entities going at each other, there's going to be casualties and there's going to be a lot of destruction in a city, especially if they're fighting in a city. And it's not like Zod was going to let him take him out of the city easily, Zod obviously was way more skilled than Kal-El, even though he lost that battle. He was way far more skilled than him, and he just wasn't going to let him. And it was already fucking Zod's idea to kill as many humans as he possibly could anyways. I was waiting for Leto's Joker to burst out some mumble rap. At some point, you know what? I wouldn't have been surprised. Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson as the Joker, dude, was fucking amazing, actually. He's not my personal favorite Joker. I'd say when it comes to if we're talking live action Jokers, my personal favorite live action Joker, and I've gone between Joaquin Phoenix and Heath Ledger, and there's a lot of people who are now even saying that Joaquin Phoenix isn't even the original Joker. He's just the guy who got inspired by the Joker. Or inspired. Now, are the Joker someone who got inspired by Joaquin Phoenix's actions to become the Joker in the future? And I don't care for that reason whatsoever. I don't know why you would do that, especially when you had so many key moments in the story where he was associated and talking to Bruce Wayne, and he became, he introduced himself as the Joker on live stage. I don't know why that would be the person to inspire the Joker. I think it would be just cooler to make him the Joker in that universe, in that world. I'm going to go with Joaquin Phoenix as my personal favorite Joker. It was so interesting. I love that movie so much, though. And I love The Dark Knight. And I do think the better character, I would say, written-wise, is Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. But the better Joker is probably Heath Ledger's portrayal of Joker, if we're comparing those two. Best comic book Joker live action adapted would be Jack Nicholson by far. He's more of that comic booky, having a blast, very over the top, very fun character. Fresh is a really fun movie. Jared Leto is a great actor, not good success when it comes to comic book movies. Morbius is being torn apart. Yeah, I'm hearing it's a dumpster fire of a movie. Now, I'm still curious to watch it because I'm a big vampire fan. So, very unrelated, but anyone played the new Kirby game? I have not, but I do want to get it. I'm not a Kirby fan like I am Mario, but I love Nintendo in general, really, and I'm very excited for that new Nintendo World that is coming out to the United States. I'm very excited about that. Heath Ledger is my favorite Joker. Jack Nicholson, more fun, but Heath Ledger was terrifying. Yeah. Heath Ledger was psychologically terrifying. Every time he was on screen, you just didn't know what the guy was going to do. I mean, very scary character. I know it's animated, but Mark Hamill is up there as the best Joker. If we're talking animated Jokers, if we're talking like who probably had the best voice for the Joker, Mark Hamill hands down. Yeah, Mark Hamill hands down. Maybe he wouldn't fit him in a live action movie, but his voice, spot on perfection. Really, he was perfect for that role. Hello, Jordan. Happy morning from where I am. Hello, Princess Hearts. Thank you so much for joining. Nicholas, I know it's, okay. LOL, yeah, it's not easy one, but I find it easier than the Dark Souls game. But with Cavill's Superman, Snyder keep pushing him for messianic, I fucking mispronounce that symbolism, and the unfocused storytelling, trying to go to Christopher Nolan Memento route of no order narrative that works in Tenet. I've heard of Tenet. I haven't seen that many Christopher Nolan movies. To be frankly blunt, I'm not a big Christopher Nolan fan. A lot of his movies I actually have gotten bored with. So, and that's not. I know that's a very rare opinion, and I do apologize if it pissed anybody off, but Christopher Nolan's movies, man, you just got to be ready for a mind fuck of a movie. That's why I really like his Batman movies, because out of all of those movies, those are probably the least mind fuckery out of all of them. To me, it doesn't take too much to enjoy the film. You don't have to overthink it. You can just, and I don't mind overthinking. I just sometimes like a good action film, and his action films are very next level. You have to think about it a lot. And again, that's not a bad thing. It's just not for me all the time. Francis, so maybe I could try out then, beat Dark Souls. It took me a while, but I did it. LOL. Me and my friend Cinnamon, who has a YouTube channel now, guys, and I really appreciate you guys subscribing to her channel. It really means a lot. You guys have almost gotten her over 30 subscribers. And one of you became a patron for her, so that was very sweet of you guys to do too. I mean, the support over there is very nice and generous and sweet. So thank you so much, especially when you guys are taking my recommendations. You know, she's doing her best to make her channel better and better and better every time she uploads. So yeah, give it a shot. It's a great game. Batman v Superman, when they do the conflict with Batman and Superman, I admit was badass and intense, but again, hard to get into mashing together Dark Knight Returns, Death of Superman. Understandably so, yeah. But yeah, we've been playing Dead by Daylight a little bit off online and stuff. We're just having fun, you know, and whatnot. But if we start a podcast together, me and my friends, we will think about doing some gameplays and stuff together. Maybe at some point, who knows? Hopefully sometime in the future, though. There's a right way to set up a cinematic universe, and there's a wrong way. The Batman v Superman just felt more concerned with Easter eggs than story. Do you want The Mummy 2017? Yikes. And I have not seen that movie, but I have heard the worst things about The Mummy from 2017. How have you been? I've been doing pretty good, Lee. Happy April Fool's Day, by the way. I'm doing pretty good. I've got to admit, I really don't like any Batman movies. I never hate Batman himself. It just feels odd to me. Do not judge me, because it's only my opinion. Hey, that's okay. Not everybody's a fan of Batman. Nope, you will find that more people are not a fan of Batman than you might think. The movies, specifically. I used to love DBD. Haven't played it in so long. I watched the new Resident Evil movie, had a lot of fan services, much closer to the games than the original movies. I've been really wanting to see it. I've been really wanting to check that movie out. I have not played the original games, but I would really like to check out that movie. I think it looks like a lot of fun, a good popcorn film, if anything. What was I gonna say? But don't, it's all good. No, you don't have to like Batman. I'm not a big fan of Superman. I enjoyed Man of Steel, but I'm not a big fan of that character. I think he's too overpowered. I mean, I know that's the point of the character, but to me, I don't care for that one bit. I don't like characters that are unbeatable. I like One Punch Man because they make it a comedy. It's not supposed to be taken seriously, but Superman you can't beat at all. Like, no matter what you do, this guy. All right, guys, I'm heading out. Have a good night. Okay, Peachy, thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us. It has been a lot of fun. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Anyways, I'm gonna take a swig of water. My arms and legs are aching. I was trampolining for an hour today. I feel like I've been at the gym. Hey, that's good though. I mean, the burn is always fun, right? I mean, I enjoy feeling I enjoy feeling sore after a good workout. I really do. I've never seen it makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something, you know? So you're accomplishing stuff when you are in pain from working out. And trampolining is a very good workout. It's like they smashed together into games Resident Evil 1 and 2 and the remake of 2 and try to make some kind of plot around them in an hour and a half. Well, Yeah, just don't get me wrong. If Batfleck was portraying just The Dark Knight Returns, he is fitting as the Batman who has taken off the kid gloves. I thought Ben Affleck was a great Batman. From what I've seen him from, I thought he was a great Batman. He really was. I didn't mind him at all, and I know a lot of people didn't like him, but I thought he was a pretty badass Batman. I can't wait to see Robert Pattinson. To be honest, I'm very much looking forward to this new Batman movie, and I'm going to be doing a reaction. I've kind of been holding out on it because I really want to do a reaction for YouTube. And also, by the way, if you guys did not know this, on Patreon right now, I have uploaded my full-length movie reaction for King Richard, the Will Smith movie that won the Academy Award, or his Academy Award. So that's up on Patreon right now. Episode 4 of Creepshow is up on Patreon right now, so if you guys want to check that stuff out, you may. It is $5 a month to check out early access movie reactions. So like Rocky 4 is up there and King Richard's up there. So for $5 a month, you guys can watch those. I need to see X, and I do try to post as often as I can when it comes to early access movie reactions now. So if you guys are curious about early access stuff, that is how you do that. Are you watching the Lightyear movie when it comes out? You know what? It's interesting, man. I didn't even see Toy Story 4. I'm not the biggest Toy Story fan. Don't hate me. I just never been the biggest Toy Story fan. I'm not a diehard fan of that franchise. I understand why it's so beloved, and I understand why it's so sweet, and the message is so pure. But to me, it just as a Pixar fan, it's not the one that's always stepped out to me. I prefer Coco over Toy Story, believe it or not. I prefer The Incredibles over Toy Story. But I am looking forward to watching Lightyear. I do want to watch Toy Story 4 before I watch Lightyear, but I am looking forward to it overall. I need to see X. I need to see X too, so bad. I have not heard a negative review myself, and I'm a big fan of that genre, and I really do need to see that movie. You are absolutely right. I recently watched a reaction vids about Will Smith and Chris Rock. I didn't see it until it was trending worldwide. Oh, wow. Yeah, I definitely, when I heard about the Oscars, because I was downstairs doing the dishes before I realized I had just missed the Academy. I went on to the TV and realized I was literally 2 minutes away from finishing the Academy Awards. I missed it by 2 minutes, and I felt so dumb. And then I went on, so I went online, and sorry about that if you guys had a little lag right there, but I went online, and that's when they told, I seen some messages that said, did you see what happened at the Academy Awards? And I was curious, and they're like, yeah, well, Will Smith smacked Chris Rock on live stage in front of the whole world. And I was like, holy fuck, I got to see this. So I did a reaction on it. And thank you for watching the reaction, by the way. It was crazy. Are you watching the Lightyear movie? Okay, making sure I'm caught up with the comments. And then the Suicide Squad and Justice League, which just kept digging the grave for their interest in DCEU. Thank God for Gal Gadot and her solo outing in 2017. I have not seen Wonder Woman. I haven't seen Aquaman. I really do want to see those solo films. That's how they should have started out. They should not have started out with Justice League and Batman v Superman. They should have started out with, like, right after Man of Steel, it should have been Wonder Woman, it should have been Aquaman, then Batman v Superman, and then they should have done Justice League after they've, like, accomplished The Flash or Green Lantern or something along those lines. They should not have rushed the series as much as they did. I still wanted to see a Man of Steel 2, but we never got a Man of Steel 2. We went straight into Batman v Superman because, well, Marvel came out with Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron and stuff like that. And yeah, we had to get this thing going because they're making a buttload of money. The head of the studio sometimes make me want to rip my head off, dude. How incompetent can those dumbasses be? Sorry. If I was building a universe, it would not have been rushed like that. You better believe it would not have been rushed like that. Good news, I finally got Netflix. I've just started watching the Scream TV series. I really do want to check out that series too. That is good news. I want to check that series out at some point. Obviously, I have a movie revisiting for the first Scream up on Patreon for only $1 a month. You guys can watch that. I really want to check out that series at some point. I've heard negative things about it, but I don't care. I don't like to listen to negative comments unless I've seen the thing myself, and then I can agree with you or disagree with you, but I prefer to, watch it myself first. So hopefully at some point I can do that for you guys up on Patreon, and a lot of TV show reactions are up on Patreon too, by the way. So I have some Tales from the Crypt stuff. I know people are really wanting that stuff to come back. I haven't done them because I can't find access to them on the internet anywhere, on a streaming service or anything. I can't watch them on DVD right now because of my setup. So I have to hold off on Tales from the Crypt, but I have been doing Creepshow in absence of that. and people have been enjoying the Creep Show reactions. So I'm heading out, Jordan. I just woke up and needed to do some personal stuff. See you in the next live stream. Okay, Princess Hearts, thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a fun day, a great April Fool's Day. And now it looks like we're not getting, yeah. Woo! I'm glad you brought that up, Sebastian, because I actually forgot about that. Yeah, I heard about that. Ezra Miller being arrested for assault, and now we're finding out that he actually threatened a husband and a wife. Like, threatened as in, I will kill you. Yeah. I used to be an Ezra Miller fan, and you know what? I'm rooting for the guy. He must have some serious shit going down in his life. I don't know. He must be on doing drugs or something. But they should fire him. They should fire him. To me, that might be even worse than smacking Chris Rock, actually. Threatening a couple's lives for some reason. He said something along the lines, I will bury you and your slut wife. Something along those lines. He said that to this couple who actually apparently bailed him out of jail in Hawaii. Yeah, and apparently he has a history of having outbreaks like this, getting drunk and stuff. He doesn't need to be acting anymore. He doesn't need to be, unless he gets literally some serious help, because I'm rooting for the guy to get some serious help, because he doesn't sound like a horrible, horrible person, but he needs to get some help really fast. If I were Warner Brothers, I would not be having him in the Flash movie. As a matter of fact, I'd probably reshoot the whole movie with someone else in it. Poor Warner Brothers, man. They are struggling. And he's also in the Fantastic Beasts franchise, and that franchise already had an outing with Johnny Depp. So, yeah, see, he needs rehab. You're exactly right, Francis. You're exactly right. Yeah, DC rushed all the things to keep you with keep up with Marvel. And if you guys want me to, and this is all up to you whether you want me to or not, if you guys want to see Patreon reactions for Marvel series shows on Disney Plus, hit that like button and let me know you want to see Marvel reactions, Marvel series reactions, because I'm not like a diehard Marvel fan. I'm not like, a diehard superhero guy, but I will do those reactions if you guys want. Give me ideas for Patreon, and I will consider it for sure. I was actually really curious because I might want to check out Moon Knight, and I thought Moon Knight looked like a lot of fun. I would like to see an expansion of the Brightburn universe. Yeah, I've heard some decent things about Brightburn. Why don't they make Michael Keaton the old Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond live action series? Also, who should be live action Terry McGinnis? People first thought Logan Lerman and Aidan Gallagher. Aidan Gallagher would not be a bad pick, actually. That's an interesting conversation to have. It's not an easy conversation to have, actually. I mean, Michael Keaton as an older Bruce Wayne would be fucking awesome. Don't get me wrong. I would be down to see that any day of the week. Yeah, for sure. I think that'd be great casting. Because isn't Michael Keaton supposed to be in Batgirl too? Is there any horror movies on Netflix you recommend? Yes. Absolutely, man. And they're probably very generic answers. But there's one that I think is possibly Netflix's best horror film and probably most overlooked horror film. Check out Gerald's Game. It's a Stephen King adaptation about a woman and her older husband, an older couple who go out to the middle of nowhere to try new things out for their sex life. And in the middle of one of those sexual acts, by handcuffing her to the bed, the husband has a heart attack. That's pretty much the premise of the movie. And now she has no one out there but her. So take that for what it is. It's a phenomenal adaptation. It's a great movie, and I would love a Blu-ray. That's one I would recommend, for sure. Gerald's Game. Why don't they make Michael Keaton? It sounds like he needs rehab. Yep, I absolutely agree with that. Gerald's Game is a good one. Great book, too. I heard it was a good book. I need to check out the books, man. For sure. And thank you guys for the likes, by the way. I see we're at 14 likes now. Thank you so much. Hit that like button for April Fool's Day. But I would recommend that one. I might recommend Fear Street. Most people have already seen Fear Street, but if you haven't seen Fear Street, wow. Oh my God, Crystal, you jumped on in. I don't think I've seen you in a while, Crystal. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I'm so happy to see that you jumped on in, man. I haven't seen you in such a while. Hi, hugs from a quick flyby. Keep up the great work and have a horrifying weekend. I'm so honored that you jumped on in. It's been a while since I've heard from you. Thank you for jumping on in. I hope you have a horrifying weekend too. I am always trying to keep it up as much as I can. Thank you. I've written that down. Great. I'm glad to hear that. I would recommend Gerald's game, and there's another one I'd recommend that's not probably as scary, but it's still creepy and unsettling, and that is called The Ritual, which is on Netflix. That's another good one. I'm sure most of this community has seen the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I really enjoyed, but I don't recommend it to everybody because I know it's not for everybody. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix, but The Mist is good too. I need to see The Mist. I really do. Serial killer or making of or other horror type of documentaries would be fun. Yes, I 100% agree with that. As a matter of fact, I will be doing a reaction probably next week or probably next week to the George A. Romero documentary, Making of the Dead, which I am very much looking forward to doing that. And there's a serial killer documentary I'm looking forward to watching on Discovery Plus. So if you guys want to check that out with me, check out our Patreon page. Not everything gets posted as soon as possible, so be ready for that. You're not going to get something posted every single day of the week. Some people leave because of that, which is understandable, and I don't blame you. You're paying monthly, and you're not getting something every day. I get that. But there's only so much I can post to Patreon every week, because I'm always uploading to YouTube and stuff, so you have to understand that part of it, too. But I have been uploading quite a bit lately, too, so... don't watch the Mist series. That show sucks. I've heard, that's what I was thinking was we're talking about the show or the movie. I really want to see the movie because the movie is what people tell me is amazing and perfect. I want to check that out. I want to check out the movies, The Running Man. A lot of great Stephen King stuff I have not seen yet. The first movie I watched on Netflix was Medea Homecoming. It's a Tyler Perry movie. I like the Medea movies. I mean, I've only seen a few personally. I really enjoyed the Medea Halloween movies. Horror guy, big fan. Check out Creep on Netflix too. Underrated. I've heard of Creep, and I actually almost watched it one night. I think I was like literally in the opening credits, and then I decided to go do some cleaning around the house. But I do want to check out Creep. I've heard good things about it. It says we just lost like 7 viewers. That's fine. I get it. I understand. Wonder what I said. Oh no, they're jumping back in. I feel like my YouTube channel does that. This YouTube live stream does that sometimes, where it'll like tell me like 7 to 8 people like left, and then they'll be right back in. I'm watching the Texas Chainsaw Massacre tomorrow for the 4th time. LOL. See, there are some people who really enjoy that movie, man, and I enjoyed it. Yes, it's cliched. Yes, some of the decision making was weird. But overall, it was a fun time, man. I enjoyed it. The Running Man movie is horrible compared to the original story. It's completely different. YouTube is always messing up. I agree with that. It feels like it's always messing up in some sort of way, somehow, right? So do you guys have any April Fool's Days plans? You guys going to get wasted tonight? You guys going to watch movies tonight? What are you guys planning on doing today? And by the way, I should be probably posting Rocky 4 within by next week at some point. That or the weekend, I will be posting Rocky 4. Probably Sunday. I might post it Sunday. So that will be up on YouTube on the Sunday, yeah. Sunday the 3rd. And then I'll probably be doing a reaction to Rocky Balboa as early access for Patreon, and then I'll get the Rocky franchise out of the way. I'll find a way to get the Karate Kid movies watched, and I'll do the Karate Kid movies, and then maybe on Patreon I'll start watching Cobra Kai. Drago! Yeah, I remember. Drago! What a crazy movie, dude. What a crazy movie. You'll see my reaction to it, but what a crazy one. If you already have Patreon, you've already seen my reaction to it, but it was crazy. By the way, the St. Patrick's Day merch, Michael, the Leprechaun St. Patrick's Day merch, will be off the merch store on the 7th of this month. So if you guys are really wanting to get that, head on over there right now and get that. If he dies, he dies. What a dick thing to say, right? I saw on Patreon. I had a feeling, yeah, a few of you probably have. Cobra Kai is better than it has any right being. And I'm okay with hearing that. I'm excited for it. I really enjoyed the first Karate Kid. I saw the one with Jaden Smith, so I don't have to watch that one again. But really enjoyed that one too. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. It was a decent movie. It was fun. But really loved the original first Karate Kid movie. Can't wait to watch it. I actually would say I prefer the first Karate Kid movie over the first Rocky film. And I know a lot of people love Rocky, but I really enjoyed that Karate Kid movie. Are you a Guinness man, Jordan? No, I am not. Actually, I don't think I've ever had Guinness before, so might be something to try in the future. Am I right? I got held back in March, but I want to finally start writing short stories this spring. And as you should. If you have a passion for something, you should absolutely do it. Cobra Kai is very self-aware and what it is, and they have fun with it. And I'm glad to hear that again. I'm glad something like that you want to have fun with. Absolutely. We are going to be live for about 20 more minutes, guys. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, please let me know in the chat. Share this with your friends, by the way. Share it to your Facebook page, your horror movie community pages, whatever you got. Let people know that we are live right now. We are discussing life and movies. Movies specifically, but life. And Michael, I forgot to mention, me and Michael were on the phone the other day, and Michael has been busy as all hell with work. And we were talking about him coming over and doing movie reactions. He really wants to come over and do some movie reactions soon. He's probably going to film at least a few, and we will get those probably as early access, and I'll probably post one as soon as possible. He does definitely want to try to finish up the Friday the 13th franchise, so there is that. Guinness is definitely an acquired taste. Actually, what is your ethnicity? Like, are you meaning like what do I prefer, like alcohol wise? I'm not a big alcohol drinker no more. I have one every once in a while. I do love wine coolers specifically. I don't drink just to get drunk. I enjoy the taste of things. How's your family doing? Hope they are well. My family is doing pretty good. We are doing pretty good. We're doing as good as we can get, really. As good as we can be, I should say. I've been, of course, continuing my YouTube passion, my YouTube, not really career, but my YouTube passion is what I should say. I'm hoping that it gets better and better and better. The further we go down the road, everybody else has been doing fine. We've been trying to, work our way through with life. Good stuff. But how is your family doing, Lee? Any 24 Hours, 2 new movies out right now that I want to see. I want to see the new movie X, and I want to see Men. I heard really good things about X, though. X, people are saying, is probably A24's best film. I'm not joking. I've heard that. Cheyenne, hello. How are you doing? Entity means what's your heritage, like Irish German? Oh, okay. I'm an idiot, so apologies. That's a good question. I'm pretty sure I am a quarter German. Yeah. That's probably the most I know about my ethnicity. I don't really know too much. I do know I'm a little bit German. I recently discovered Truly Margarita Chili Mango Hard Seltzer Delicious. Am I too late? Work stuff came up. No, you're not too late. We are going to be live for another 20 minutes. So you're actually on a good time right now. You are doing good, Cheyenne. And by the way, Cheyenne, thank you so much for becoming a patron for Spice Rack. I really appreciate that. That was very sweet of you to do. Very, very sweet. My family doing great. Thank you. Oh no, I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. Michael looks a little Irish or Scottish. Yeah, he actually is. There is a little bit of Irish and Scottish in him. Yep. There's also a little bit of Italian in him too, apparently. But I'll say it again, guys. Our Stay Patrick's Day merch, Michael as the Leprechaun, is going to be leaving the store on the 7th. So if you guys want to hop on in there and grab your merch, whether it's a mug or like a hoodie or a shirt, get it now because it's going off on the 7th. I've tried to kill a chili shots. Never again. Never again. I remember I drank a straight glass of tequila once, almost all of it. And yeah. Had alcohol poisoning, real quick. I'm Irish, German, French, British, and Italian. Well, hell yeah, that's a lot. I only know I have a little bit of German in me. I don't know what else I am, but I'm sure there's probably quite a few things too. Well, I got to do something exciting tomorrow. I get to do something exciting tomorrow that I shouldn't say publicly. You can go ahead and message me on private messenger on Facebook if you want to tell me, though. I'm quarter Jamaican, quarter Scottish, and half English. That's awesome. That's awesome. Michael is at work, unfortunately. Did the ancestors test last year? I almost did an ancestors test myself. I thought about it several times. Absolutely. By the way, guys, what would you prefer to see? Let's see if I can ask a poll. I can. Out of these two, I would like to. Thank you. I'm gonna make a poll really quick for you guys. I'm gonna make a poll really quick. Bear with me. Bear with me while I scroll over here really quick. I'm going to be very close to the camera, so 1 second. Out of these two movies, which one would you prefer to see me do? Because on Patreon, there was a tie between these two movies. And I want to ask you guys, which one should I do a movie reaction, horror movie-wise, next? I'll let you guys vote on that. Okay, I'll tell you after the stream. Okay, Cheyenne, okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm not sure if you guys can see the poll I just put up, but it's between Darkman and Happy Death Day to You. So if you guys want to vote on that, let me know which one you would rather see. I'd very much appreciate it. I saw a movie called Black Death, which is a movie about Christian warriors that infiltrate a pagan village and in England and during the plague. I definitely call it a horror movie. It sounds very interesting, to be honest with you. Very interesting. So we got some people actually. Okay. It's pretty cool. It's getting close. Okay, we have 3 votes. We have 3 votes on that so far. So what horror movie reaction would you guys like to see me do next? It's between Darkman and Happy Death Day to You, which had a tie on Patreon. Well, that's a hard one. I love both movies. Oh, now we got 7 votes. Okay, it's getting heat. It's getting close. Oh man, I'm curious to hear what you guys want me to do next, because I'm pretty sure both of them are on Shudder, so I'm allowed to react to either or. And then if we have more ties like this, I will let you guys on live streams vote again. So just keep that in mind. Darkman or Happy Death Day to You? I'm still holding out for Nightbreed. Nightbreed was an option. Nightbreed was an option on that poll on Patreon, but not a lot of people voted for Nightbreed, which is unfortunate because I do want to see it. But it will be done at some point. So I think you actually voted on that poll too, didn't you? Sean Bean plays the lead in Black Death. You should do a reaction to it. Men cause no one else has. Okay, I will definitely have to check it out. I really appreciate the recommendation too. All right, 2 minutes ago. So we have 7 votes. If you guys are on this live stream, vote on either Darkman or Happy Death Day to You for my next horror movie reaction, because on Patreon, those two got tied. So I need a determining winner here and I will let this go for probably another 5 minutes before the end of the live stream. So it gives me an idea of which one I should do. So far, Darkman is in the lead. My studio decided to keep me for another year, so I'll be continuing working on superhero films and some possible horror stuff. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Cheyenne. Darkman is quintessential gothic mystery, Mr. J fantastic movie making. I think I'm only voted for the only one who voted for Nightbreed, probably. I've mentioned it before. Would love you to check out the Aussie movie Razorback. I think that's on Shudder too. I think Razorback is actually a movie on Shudder. I think. Okay, so it looks like Darkman is going to be the winner here. It looks like Darkman is going to be taking the lead here between Happy Death Day to You and Darkman. So, and of course, we will have another poll up on Patreon after the fact, after we film Darkman and get that up on Patreon as early access. We will do another poll for horror movie reaction. So again, link in the description for Patreon. If you guys want to become a member of the Patreon group, you guys can have voting power. Darkman rules, I can't sway from Darkman. Nothing against Happy Death Day. Well, Happy Death Day to you will be one that will be finished at some point in the future. But it does look like Darkman is going to be winning this one. So it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Well, maybe I'll love the movie, and maybe I'll be very happy with it. How about a horror superhero movie? I'm pretty sure that is a horror superhero movie, isn't it, Darkman? And I'm also just assuming it's a horror film because it was on Shudder. Not everything on Shudder is obviously horror, but most of the stuff is. All right, so if we have more viewers, and I think we have more viewers, if you have not voted on that, please hit that vote. Who knows? Great chatting with you. Stay safe. Take care. Okay, Lee, thank you so much for joining. Love your reactions to Demon Knight. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so much, Slitter. I appreciate that. You're sweet. By the way, if you have not voted, please vote on that. I did a poll. It's for my next horror movie reaction, so if you guys want to vote on that, that'd be awesome. And thank you so much for joining, Slitter. I appreciate it. And Red Letter Media just did a Darkman video, so it's on my mind again. I like a Superman version of Jack the Ripper. Well, that kind of sounds amazing. Nightbreed is also a masterpiece of horror, I am certain you will enjoy its old school filmmaking, Jordan. Well, I am very much looking forward to checking that out then. I'm very much looking forward to that. By the way, again, I will let you guys know, King Richard, the new 2022 movie where Will Smith won his Academy Award for, is a reaction now up on Patreon, so you can get that as early access, as well as Rocky 4. So just letting you guys know again, and we do have some Creepshow episode reactions up there too. So if you guys are curious to check out the exclusive content up on Patreon, become a patron with the link in the description. Really appreciate it. We are aiming, our first goal is 150 patrons, and I think right now we are getting close to the 50 mark, so we're getting closer and ever so closer to that goal. And I really appreciate every one of you. A superhero series, killer, interesting serial killer, I meant. Absolutely, absolutely. And by the way, thank you guys for slaying that like button too. You know, take your machete, your axe, your pitchfork, your razor gloves, and slay that like button if you have not slayed that like button already. Really appreciate the support. Really appreciate everything you guys do for us. We really humbly and sincerely appreciate it. I can't get the image of Will Smith slapping Chris Rock out of my head. It's pretty out there. I mean, it's almost everywhere you look now. Yeah. Memes, TikToks. Slasher was a messed up series on Netflix to watch. Oh, I bet. All right. Man, it looks like Darkman wins this one, guys. It looks like Darkman wins this one. And the reason why I say that is because we're about to end the live stream. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you all have a phenomenal April Fool's Day. Thank you so much for voting on our poll. It tells me that Darkman is going to be the next horror movie reaction. So cannot wait to do that and post it on Patreon as early access. Probably by next week we'll do that. So be on the lookout for that if you are a patron. Again, really appreciate it. If you have not checked out Slimy Semi, I am fucking Slimy Semi. That's her gamer tag. If you have not checked out Spice Rack Studios on YouTube, we'd really, really appreciate it. Without that opinion, I appreciate you, buddy. Aw, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Without that opinion, I appreciate you, buddy. What opinion did I say? What opinion did I say? I'm kind of curious now. I might have said my a bad opinion or something. But I appreciate that you appreciate me. You're really sweet. Thank you so much for joining. Really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend, everyone. All right, guys. Take care. Have a great, great afternoon. Keep it retro, of course.